Face on then. I think the ball's in a good spot. I think maybe our base is just a little bit too narrow, just a touch. Base is very important, isn't it? Because it makes us stable and allows us to move from one foot to the next. So what we're looking to get here, and I know Michelle is kind of a good example of this. The inside of her foot is going to get to the outside of her shoulder here. So that'll be her base, and you can see our base is a little bit inside of the shoulder line. Not much, huh? But it.
The shoulder line, drop a vertical line.
Correct. So that means her feet support the width of her shoulders. So they're to the outside of her shoulders. Okay. And we're going to go through all this, I promise, when we get in there, and then we'll look again, so it all changed, okay? And then what we'll see here on our swing then, I'm just going to take this off for a second, when we take the club back, so the first thing we'll do is get that just a little bit wider, okay? So you see, I'm recording now. So that you see the size of the box is different. So her base is wider, which makes her more stable. So that's not a big deal. That's going to take seconds to fix. Seconds too. When we get to the top of our swing here, grip looks good too. The face is in an open position here. See that the club is pointing upward here. That toe needs to be hanging down a little bit. I know it's a little hard to tell here. The face looks a little different, doesn't it? Your face is upward.
3 full swings with that.
Here. Her face is more this way. So that's called square at the top. Everything's square. Your face is in a closed position.
So why is this?
This is called square at the top. The toe is turned down a little bit. It'll be easier for me to explain it when I get up there.
This is also turned.
This is facing up.
Yeah, this is also.
It's like I said, this is kind of a bad angle up.
So no, you can do gap from that, or you can do that. Okay.
See that?
I'm just going to kind of watch you.
It's not facing this way, is it?
Yes.
It's facing this way. That's square at the top. Let's go back to you. I'm going to have to stop this for a second because I can only go so far. Okay, and then we'll go from here then. Okay, so when we go up to the top now, and we'll adjust that real quick on the face. So you're going to have the toe being farthest away from the ball. And that's right here. So we'll work on that in a second. Now on the way down, what's happening is the club is being thrown away from the body a little bit, like that. See that cast? I'll run that again. See how the club's being thrown away from the body, isn't it? And when it gets to here, it's already under our hands, isn't it? And what's it going to do from here then? It's going to have that little bit of scoop. See the hand scooping up right here? Let me show the contrast of it.
This is going to be.
Scoop means we're trying to swing up on the ball to make it go up. We're trying to scoop it up. See how the club's moving up through impact? And where's the shaft doing then? The shaft is leaning back like this, right? And then the club, as soon as I hit the ball, the club is coming up off the ground. What I want to feel is I want to feel the shaft leaning. I don't want to explain all this when we get there too. I want to feel the shaft leaning forward, so she's going to compensate that by creating lag. And we don't have a lot of lag in our swing. If this represents the ball here.
You mean the compression stuff?
Not yet. This is called lag. Lag will lead to compression. Because we're casting at the top of our swing. I love your questions too, believe me. There's your throwaway, and then we kind of had that little cast right there. She's going to hold on to it all the way to here, creating lag. So when her hands get the ball that comes way back here, and then once she gets to impact, it's going to look like this. See how the shaft is moving forward, right? Now we're talking compression, right? Now we're compressing the ball down, right? And where is she hitting the ground?
That one's going to be 3.
On the target side of the ball, right? That's where she's making contact with the ground. And then from there, the ball will go up then, won't it? And why does it do that? Why does it go up when I swing down? Because the third law of motion says for a reaction, there's an equal and opposite reaction. So you, by trying to lift this ball up, we're at the club in the wrong position at impact. I want to be here at impact. See how the shaft is leaning this way? Where's her shaft leaning?
Why don't you stop at this particular frame?
because this is right after impact. This is where your club is going.
The impact is here.
Correct. But this is what's happening after the swing. There's that lift. See the club coming up through impact? That's what I'm talking about. The club is lifting up. So you're trying to lift the ball up by letting the club slide on the ball and swing up on it. And we know that third law of motion says in order to create an upward action, I need to create a downward reaction. I need to pull the club down, and I need to hit the ball first and the ground next. You don't hit the ground at all. You hit the ball, and then the club comes up. So that's why I hold it right there. She's at impact there. Her shaft is leaning forward. Your shaft is leaning away from the target, which means the club is coming up through impact. You see how this hand right here, I'll take all this lines up here. This hand right here is pulling the club up, isn't it? What is this hand doing here? Just pushing the club.
And yes, a few days ago, playing on the course, frequently top the ball.
Top cut, because why? Why do you think we didn't?
That will have I will top the ball when using this.
Correct. But you got that perfect. You said that perfect.
So I usually get away when I'm swimming on the mat.
You will top. The mats are a little deceiving. So in order to get everything right, why don't you start again real quick? And let's just get our base. Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. Go ahead and address, please. What we'll do is we're just going to make them creating stand up just for a second. We're just going to measure your shoulders. Excellent. So we got 16 inches of base. Your shoulders are 16 inches. So the inside of this foot will be the 0 mark. Good. And then the 16. Perfect. Not much of a big difference, huh? What does that tell us too about 16? That means that 8 right here, right, is our sternum. That's very important. That's where the ball is. Very important about ball position. The ball position will always be forward of our sternum. So by the time I get to the longest club in the bag, it's going to be all the way up here, isn't it?
Yeah.
But with this club in our hand right now, this being our center, the ball is going to be just at the 8.5. So it's going to be just on this side of your buttons. So that's where the ball is. So put your hands on it. We'll talk a little bit about grip here. Just grip, so you're going to keep that grip on there, okay? That's good. You're doing. I think you guys did a lot of work on this inning. I think you did a good job. So keeping that right here. Okay, we're going to come up. This one's going to come off. This one's going to open up. Open up. Good, all the way. Good. So it's running very close to where I want it. It's running a little bit towards the palm and right where the fingers start, right? I need it to be down here. And then this pad right here is going to roll over the top of the shaft here. And this thumb one pad. So how does, I know that feels a little different. We made your grip a little stronger. So what have we done? We've built more angle, haven't we?
Yeah.
What else has this angle? Face of the club has that same angle now as the back of your hand, so the grip matches the face of your club. And now do you feel it in your fingers more?
Yeah.
So we're going to get that feeling then of when the club pulls this way, the knuckles will roll down, strike, and then roll through. Good. As opposed to trying to lift up. And we're lifting, right? We're gonna compress. So that's why the fingers here and the thumb is here. Now the second thing it does is so that pad is. So let's try this one more time. This is the top of my grip, right? It goes here. I got great drills for this one. This goes over this dot, and the thumb gets to the side. So now we've built in a full palm. Right here, so I'm building out this finger and that pad.
Okay. So look at that.
Because of this fulcrum here, right? The fulcrum produces leverage. The hand pulls down, the club comes up, doesn't it? And it's all because of what? Because of this pad here. The pad's not here. We have that pad over here where we had it before. And here's right here. Now I've lost my leverage, haven't I? So we're going to get just a little simple explanation, and I know that one side doesn't fit all, but it's a good visual. This is the portal for my thumb, and to get all the way over to here, it has to roll all the way to here. And you might have heard about the V's before. That's your thumb and your forefinger, and where are they commuting? To your trail shoulder, correct? So we've created more angle here. We've created a fulcrum to create leverage. When I push down on the handle, the club goes up. That's going to be very important, isn't it? That's how we're going to pick the club up. Okay. Okay, now the other hand comes in. So to get this feeling, this is kind of a different feeling. And believe me, if it's not comfortable, we can always move on. Okay, if it's not really what you think you feel. So to get that feeling, go Charmatos, all this. You said we're gonna stay right here. This is the toe of the club. Just relax. Toe of the club right here. You're gonna line it up like this. This is the toe of your shoe and the toe of the club, right? You're gonna line up, make sure the face is facing the target. Like this, or like this. You're gonna let this arm relax. You're gonna reach back and let it rest in the fingers down here. Not anything in. Rest all the way down there. Now roll it over. Put the thumb right on the side. Good. Now just leave it right there just for a second. And that's it right there, isn't it? Do you see how that feels in that position? I want you to try that on your own. Just let it rest in your fingers. Line it up with your toe, the toe of the club and the toe of your shoe. Excellent. And let it rest. So we'll start all over. Take your hand off. You know, and you need to do this. Let it rest. And this is the key. The key is the face has to be facing the target when I do this, right? The minute I'm like this, I'm shut. And this moment has to be facing the target right there. Let it rest in your fingers. Good. Build your focus. That's it right there. How does that feel? Doable? Feels stronger because that's what we did. We made your grip stronger by turning it to the right. Technically, we made it a stronger grip. We had a very neutral and weak grip before. And then that's
what
where
kind of grip is good? I mean,
a strong grip. Strong grip is what
I
you just.
remember when I looked at some YouTube videos, they recommend using a more of a neutral.
If you want to, I think I believe.